Welcome one and all to this look at, well, this isn't a mod review, this is a kind of early access look at some of the blog post information that came out a little while ago. There's been an embargo on actual gameplay footage which is going to be shown in this video, and that lifted this morning. So for people that were at FarmCon, some of the content creators, we've got a bit of early access gameplay. So what I'm going to be showing you is some of the stuff that's in the pack, some information about the pack, some information from the blog post. There'll be the trailer for it, and then there'll be a little bit of gameplay footage. Like I say, this is not a mod review, but you'd be able to have a look at the game or the equipment being used in game. A little bit I'll talk about the map as well, a little bit of information just to give you a bit of a kind of a teaser really as to what's going to be coming on July the 25th. So the HORSCH AgroVation Pack makes a return. This is based on the AgroVation facility in the Czech Republic at Nezmost. We've had this on FS17, 19 and now 22. This is a training facility, test facility, research facility. And this is also the 6th map. So when Giants released their information about the new premium edition that's going to be coming out with the new map Zalonka, and they said about 6 maps in the game, and everyone was counting up. We were all doing it and thinking, hang on, there's not 6 maps. That's because the AgroVation map comes as part of the pack with all the equipment in here, so that's why that was a little bit of a weird one for people. As I said, coming to PC and console on July 25th. You can pre-order this now. If you pre-order it now, they're currently running a 10% discount on pre-ordering this pack. If you have the Year 2 Season Pass, you will get this free anyway. So you'll get it free if you've got the Year 2 Season Pass. You can buy the Season Pass anytime, and you'll still get this free. If you haven't got the Season Pass and you're just picking up individual DLCs, like I say, you can pre-order it now, or you can get it at the time of release on July the 25th. 14 pieces of equipment, including the new map. Now, people have already have been commenting towards content creators, YouTubers, Giants, about the fact that it's not a new map. It's not a new map. It has been revamped. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a little while. It has been revamped. And the equipment on this is the latest equipment from HORSCH. So where we've had the HORSCH packs before, at the time of those being released, it was the latest equipment that HORSCH had then. So this is the very latest stuff that HORSCH want kind of put out into the world as part of the pack. We do have a couple of mulchers. We've got 2 cultivators, disc harrow, we've got some additional tanks, we've got 4 seeders, 2 planters and 2 weeders in this pack as well. So then, let's have a quick look at the teaser trailer, and then we get into a bit of gameplay footage. At this point, I'm starting off with the Cultro 9TC mulcher. Now, as I said, this is not a mod review. We had limited access because we had a kiosk version which had some interesting options on it. Every time I tried to hit cruise control, it kept resetting me back to the menu. So the start of this is, let's just say it's a little bit lumpy before we kind of get into it. and I find my rhythm, and I stop trying to hit cruise control so I can get fancy camera angles. So this is, like I say, this is a mulcher. I won't be talking about the widths and sizes and all the different options and those kind of things. It's just have a look at the bits of machinery. There's a few things I want to have a look at as we move through with regard to the mechanics, how things fold and unfold, the little details, the nice little touches that have been added in, the things that I always say when I'm doing videos and stuff we tend to not pay attention to, and this pack is all about paying attention to those details. So that's the Coltro 9TC mulcher. It mulches. Next we have got this. This is the Finesse 6SL. Now this is a cultivator. We've got a front tank on here as well. Now this cultivator, as you can see, has got a seed tower, and that's for doing your catch crops, cover crops like oilseed, radish and grass and canola. So we'll do those limited things, so while you're cultivating you can plant those as a cover crop if you want to. Again, no widths or anything like this, it's just have a look at the machinery. As you can see, the pipes attached around to the front onto the tank. The tank is it's just an additional tank, one that can be used in conjunction with other bits of equipment and machinery. So it's on this one. I thought I'd show you it. Now, the other thing that threw me as well, because I'm a PlayStation 5 player, they very kindly had DJ Goham had an Xbox controller that he lent me, which I'm not au fait with. On the front we have got a Partner 1600 FT additional tank, which I was saying about. As when you attach and detach, the pipes will attach front to rear. Has a step, nice animations on opening it up, all the rest of it as well. So that was the Finesse 6SL, the Partner 1600 FT. Now we're on to the Cura 24ST Weeder. This is a nice bit of kit, nice and wide. Again, pay attention to the unfold, the animation, the detail that's been added in. I don't get all of the vehicles, I think I'm missing a couple, but we cover pretty much the range of stuff that's in here with regard to mulchers, cultivators, disc harrow, seeder planter and weeders. Again, it's the animations. Does this pack bring anything new to the game? New, no, but the newer versions of, that's what I was saying before, Horsch's latest versions of bits of equipment. So yes, we have weeders, yes we have seeders, yes we have planters, yes we have things in game, we have a lot of modded versions. This is the Horsch versions of to come with the AgroVation pack. And I was paying close attention to all those little bits, you know, the bits you don't always pick up on. Oh, that was the other thing. It was on kilometres per hour. There were a lot of parameters and options I couldn't change. I was trying to go into the menus to check out different things and check out widths and all that kind of stuff, but because it was a kiosk version, unfortunately I couldn't change much. It was a case of you can get on, you can have a play, we're allowed to record for a short amount of time, then you kind of go into panic mode because you realise you've only got a certain amount of time, you want to try and fit in as much as you can, but you can't do it like you do with a sort of normal mod review, that kind of format. Big thank you to the guys at Giants that were helping with this, which they were absolutely brilliant on the day. Josie, Mr. Marcel, some of those guys, awesome. So that was the Cura 24ST. This is the Transformer 12 VF. This is also a weeder, but this is a hoe weeder. And there's a really, really nice feature on this. This is one of those things that as I started to drive off, I thought, hang on a minute, I thought my vision was going, this is very clever. So once unfolded and dropped down, the hoe sections go down to either side of the plant. As you can see, as I drive forwards, if you come out of the rows ever so slightly, you can just see the whole weeder is moving on that bar attached to the back of the tractor. So if you move the tractor slightly, the weeder will stay in the rows as best as it possibly can, so you don't damage the crops and that kind of thing. Obviously, if you veer wildly, as I do in a moment, it will switch over to the next row over. But if you stay pretty much online, the whole thing will slide side to side to stay in amongst those rows. That was, I thought it was a very cool animation, very, very nice. Another thing I was going to point out as well, I did leave the help window open because I was trying to look for you guys to see as well as me. You know, like I said, you get on there, you haven't got much time. I'm trying to see what options are available, what things might fold, might not fold. There are going to be features I've missed. I know I keep reiterating this, but I have to make that point. This isn't a mod review. This was just have a look at it, but I was interested to see what features and things it potentially had. And as I move through this, you'll notice the equipment I start trying to move around so the light's behind me so you can see better what we're doing. At the start I was flustered, the game kept resetting, all sorts of things were going wrong, and my 30 minutes record time was vanishing really, really quickly. So that's the Transformer 12 VF Weeder. Next up, we have got this. This is the Pronto 6DC Seeder. What was very nice with this as well is on the back section, when you unfold it, you can see the lights on the back section around the design of it as it comes round. When you turn those lights on, it's got really good lighting off the back of it, and it's all that attention to detail. As you can see, seed and fertiliser. Because initially I was thinking, wow, this goes really fast, and then realised it was kilometres an hour it was on. I thought, oh, I'll mention that, but no, had to be very careful about that. The Pronto 6DC. Next we are on to the Tiger 8 MT cultivator. Now this one being a cultivator, it's not a shallow cultivator. I think this was the one that brings up stones, I'm pretty sure it was. Small stones. It's not a subsoiler or plough. As you'll see, we drive away. Small stones. And on this one as well, well, on a lot of the stuff, the details, looking at the tines, the springs on those, so it's allowing a bit of movement so things don't break, all independently moving. There's a really nice animation on the side of that as well. There you go. The Joker 8, sorry, the Tiger 8 MT. Next, we move on to the Joker 8 RT. This is a disc harrow. Being a disc harrow, this will shallow cultivate, so you won't get stones come up with this one. So there you go. That's the Joker 8 RT disc harrow. Next we've got this. This was another one that stood out to me. Immediately as I drove out, this is the Maestro 9.75 RX planter. Was the asymmetrical nature of the folding. As you can see, more rows on the left to the right. It was just one of those fascinating bits of engineering as it unfolded. I thought that's really clever. Now, this one was this caught me out, and I want to say a massive shout out to Virtual Farmer on this one because he was next after me to have a go. And I said to him at the time, I said, I don't understand what's going on. I spent ages, like I say, I was getting a little bit flustered. There were a queue of people that were all waiting. I couldn't get it to work. I was turning it on, I had it lowered, couldn't figure out what was going on. Until he had a go and said, have you noticed there's no seed in it? Good for when you're doing a video to show off the equipment, isn't it? There was no seed in it at all. Which explained why, when I hired a worker, it worked. Because it was obviously set to buy. But when I tried to do it myself, it wouldn't work. There was no seed in it. So there we go. There you go. That's how it operates. That's how it's supposed to operate when there is seed in it. So when I hired a worker, it was fine because it was buying directly. But again with that one, front tank on it, pipes attached through. I'm trying to think what ones I missed on this because there were a couple. There was the Coltro 12 TC mulcher, which is obviously the big one to the 9. The Pronto 3 DC, we did the Pronto 6. So there's a couple of little bits here and there, but for the most part, we covered a lot of it. So that was the Maestro 9.75, and then this one is the Maestro 24.5 SV planter. A little bit bigger. What's nice about this as well, as you can see one of the options, you've got narrow twins on the back. When you unfold this, the axle spreads, it opens out, which again, another nice animation, nice feature on it. You'll see as I do it. That was the front weight, I dropped it. There you go. Opens out. Nice smooth unfold on that as well. What was the other one I missed? I'm trying to think. There was another seeder. Oh, the Avatar 12. Didn't do the Avatar. I'm not sure it was on here. I skipped through all the bits of equipment to see if I could find them. I'm not sure it was actually there. Now this one again, the independent movement of the rows as I start planting. sort of things that when you're farming, when you're playing the game, when you've got a lot of seeding to do, you've got a lot of work to do, it's all these little details that are the first things you stop paying attention to. You know, it's that kind of, I need to get a crop in the ground, go and grab my seeder, get it done. But yeah, I think that's very much what the focus has been on this pack, making sure everything is accurately detailed and put in. So, Maestro 24.5 SV. That was all the footage I got of equipment. However, I'm not sure what happened or what I pressed, but I managed to get into the map menu to have a look at the map. We haven't talked about the map either, which was something I said about at the start. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've been looking at the background, looking at the scenery while I've been doing it, but the map was worked on, bit of wizardry, by Oxygen David. So Oxygen David has been on, having done Swiss Future Farm with Giants, he's been on. This has been revamped and upgraded by Oxygen David. So I personally found, looking around it, the textures, the ground, it had a bit more of a kind of a gritty, more of a realism to it, I thought. The map itself hasn't changed at all. It's a recreation of the real place. But I thought I'd have a click on, have a look and see what sale points and stuff are on here. And I'm pretty sure, before I finished recording, I jumped into, as we go up to the top of the map, where the actual facility is. There we go. The main silo and stores. There's the sleep trigger home point up at the AgroVation centre up here. There we go. So I jumped there. And again, it just feels a little bit crisper, cleaner, tidier. But there's that familiarity if you've played it before. If you're new to the game and you've never played on this pack, it's well worth a look. I always like maps that are based on, if not exact replicas of a real place. I like that kind of, you get that automatic immersion anyway, because you know, I think what happened was, after this had been done with Giants, with HORSCH used this when new people were coming to the facility as like a training aid, which was pretty cool if you think about it like that. The you know, life imitating art and art imitating life and that kind of stuff. It's very cool. So I've just had a quick whiz round. I think I'll go down towards the silos in a moment as well. And I suppose now's a good time as any, just a quick reminder. It's out July the 25th. This is the third pack of 4 coming out. So this is, if, like I say, season pass. This is the third pack. There'll be one more pack to come, and then there'll be the big expansion, which they announced already, the premium edition, premium expansion. So this is pack 3 of, well, I suppose 5 technically, but 4 packs and then the expansion. So yeah, pre-order now if you want to. Again, you don't have to. I think people don't always go with the season pass, because then it gives them the choice to pick and choose which ones they go for. I think if you purchase this individually, it's €9.99 at the moment. I say 10% off. I'm pretty sure it comes down. It's $8.99, and then I think up until release, then the price goes back up. I think I'm correct on that. But anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative. Just to, like I say, a quick look, a bit of extra footage, just to get an idea of what the feel like is in game. Watching a teaser trailer is all well and good, but it's sort of feature film type thing. But having a little bit of footage of the actual vehicles being used is always very nice. If you have found it useful and informative, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.